What is academic integrity? You may have learned about academic integrity at other schools. What does it mean at Missouri State? Academic integrity is the moral code or ethical policy of academia. Violations include cheating, plagiarism, and other behaviors that violate ethical conduct, which means choosing behaviors that reflect your system of values. It's important to remember that you're accountable for any academic integrity violations you commit, even if you didn't mean to commit them or weren't aware that your actions were a violation. Why else does academic integrity matter? In addition to betraying your own values, committing an academic integrity violation puts you at risk of failing the assignment and the class, or being dismissed from school and sent home, resulting in lost time and money. It's just not worth it. It's better to risk a 0 on an assignment than to violate academic integrity. Let's talk about 4 common academic integrity issues. Plagiarism is stealing someone else's words or ideas and representing them as your own. In some cultures, using another person's words is considered a sign of respect for that person. But in the United States, and at Missouri State, if you use someone else's words, you must properly attribute the work to its original author. Failure to do so is plagiarism. But what if you use someone else's idea and rephrase it in different words? Unless you are referencing something that is common knowledge, this is also plagiarism. Representing someone else's unique ideas, research, or knowledge as your own is a violation of academic integrity. So is copying someone else's creative work. Copying someone else's words is plagiarism, but that's not the only type of violation. If you are stealing another person's ideas or knowledge without giving that person credit, you are plagiarizing. There are many methods for crediting someone else's work. If you're not sure what is required for an assignment, talk to your instructor. Representing someone else's work as your own. You may have friends or classmates who seem to know more about a subject than you do. They may seem willing to help you, but they can't do your work for you. It's a violation of academic integrity and probably violates your friendship too. No one likes to feel used. Instead of going to friends for help, use campus resources like the Center for Learning and Writing, also known as the Bear Claw, or talk to your instructor about additional resources. And never consider buying a paper or other assignment materials from a website or service. Remember that even though technology has made this type of academic integrity violation easier to commit, it's also made it easier to get caught. Self-plagiarism, or double-dipping. Sometimes, even a student who would not consider plagiarizing someone else's work will commit self-plagiarism, commonly known as double-dipping. Double-dipping occurs when a student turns in the same original work for multiple classes. This is dishonest because it represents work you created for one class as work you created for a different class. You wouldn't sell the same item to 2 different buyers, or bill 2 employers for the exact same time. So don't ask 2 instructors to grade you for the same assignment. You may want to work on the same type of project or idea in different classes. Talk to your instructors. Be honest and make them aware of your history with the material. Ask for clear criteria about how each new assignment will be evaluated. It's natural to want to revisit a subject that interested you and take it further. Just remember that your new assignment must be substantially different than the old one. If you want to receive a new grade for the assignment, it must represent an evolution of your work on the subject. Group work challenges. Group work creates opportunities to collaborate and learn from peers, but it can also create risk for academic integrity violations. When you're working on a group project, you may be held accountable for academic integrity violations committed by other group members. For example, if one group member plagiarizes material for a presentation, the whole group may be considered to have committed plagiarism. Always insist that material on your group projects and presentations is properly sourced and cited, even if it's material provided by someone else in your group. And if you suspect someone in your group may be violating academic integrity, remind them of Missouri State's standards and penalties. Missouri State is part of the international community of scholars, and we want you to feel proud of the work you create here. Abiding by our academic integrity standards isn't just about following the rules, it's also about getting the most out of your education, even when an assignment is difficult or covers unfamiliar material. If you feel confused about the standards, speak to your instructor or contact the Office of Academic Integrity. Many academic integrity violations stem from a lack of understanding or poor time management, so remember that there are resources to help you. Let's revisit the resources available to you. For help with assignments, the Center for Learning and Writing, also known as the Bear Claw. For questions about academic integrity, the Office of Academic Integrity. For help if you're feeling overwhelmed by your school obligations or anxious about completing assignments, the Missouri State University Counseling Center. And if you have any questions about how an assignment should be completed or what is an ethical way to approach it, talk to your instructor.